welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shari Rochelle, and I have another video for y'all. Today I'm bringing you a flight attendant tag with some of the most and frequently asked questions that I get being a flight attendant. So here it goes. Just give me a second, y'all, because I gotta open back up this iPad to get the question. So one second. Okay, y'all, so I'm ready. First question is, how long have you been a flight attendant? So I've been a flight attendant for approximately 2 years. I worked with a regional airline for about 1.5 years before transitioning into a more major US airline. So in total, about 2 years. The second question is, what are the 3 best parts about being a flight attendant? So honestly, for me, like, the best part about being a flight attendant is the views out of my office window. Like, honestly, I love looking out at the window, seeing the clouds. You see the best sunrises, the best sunsets, just looking over at the cities, the mountains, the farms, whatever we might be flying over. I just love to see that, to be honest with you. That, to me, is the best part. So my second favorite thing, absolute favorite thing about being a flight attendant is the fact that I meet new people every single day. I meet new people every single flight, every single trip, every leg, and I love that. I love talking to people. I love finding out what they're, who they are, where they're going, what's the purpose of their trip, who they're traveling with. I just love meeting people. And you never know who's going to be on your flight, because I've had some interesting people thus far. So that's one of my favorite things. And also the fact that not only my passengers, not only do I get to meet new passengers every day, but I also get to meet a new crew almost every single time I work. Especially being a reserve flight attendant, it's like I'm always working with a lot of people who are in their corporate jobs or their regular office jobs, and they have the same co-workers every single, they have the same co-workers. And I love the fact that I don't. Like, I literally get to fly with new people each time. So it's like, if I'm not too keen on someone, I may not see them again. I may not fly with them again. I just know that I do what I have to do that day, that trip, finish my leg, and that might be it. And also, to go with that, I do love the fact that I do get a chance to fly with new people, meet new people, create bonds with new people. I've made so many new friends over the past 2 years. It's ridiculous. Like, my phone be blowing up. Anyway, but that's literally one of my top favorite things, is that the fact that I get to meet new people, not just customers, but also co-workers, and build long-lasting relationships. So I would say the third best thing about being a flight attendant, of course, would be traveling. Like, not only do we get the perks to travel for leisure at a discounted rate, domestically it's free, and international you pay only the taxes, but also just traveling for work. I get to see new cities, see new states, see new countries each time I go to work, and I love that. Like, I'm the type of girl that doesn't like to stand still. And even though the flight attendant life isn't for everyone, it might be a little bit too nomadic or on the go, but I honestly love it. And I've grown accustomed to it over the last 2 years. So those are the first two questions. And 3 least favorite things about being a flight attendant. And to piggyback off of my last answer, I would say one of my most least favorite things about being a flight attendant is that nomadic lifestyle, and the fact that my schedule does change and it's not always consistent. But that is also one of the things that I do love about it. Too much routine, it gets boring to me, but sometimes you do like that little bit of consistency in your life. So that would be one of my least favorite things, the fact that schedule's not always consistent. So you might be expecting to come home at a certain time, but due to delays or cancellations or whatever, I might be stuck in a different country or city, and not being able to get home the time that I planned. So the least favorite part about being a flight attendant would be delays. Delays. You plan to be done by a certain time, then you get hit with a delay and you're not done till 3 hours later. So that's another least favorite part. And also, reserve life. Being a reserve flight attendant, it's tough, and I've gotten used to it. Like I said, I'm now with my second airline, and being that I am pretty new, I'm only about 6 months in with my new airline. You know, I just finished my probationary period, but I'm still on reserve. So for those of you who don't know, being a reserve flight attendant pretty much means that instead of getting a set schedule when your schedule comes out, where your schedule will be full with trips, you know exactly where you're going, when you're going, for how long you're going, you know how to pack, you know how to meal prep for actual trips. Instead of getting trips on my schedule as a reserve flight attendant, we have reserve days. So technically you're on call. So my schedule pretty much looks like off days and reserve days. And you just don't know what you're going to get on your reserve days. Sometimes you get calls, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're sitting airport standby or ready reserve. Sometimes you're not. And then you don't know what to pack for when you are assigned a trip. You know, you might be going to Buffalo or Denver when it's cold and snowy, or you could be going to San Juan or LA. So you just never really know while you're on reserve. So reserve would be my third least favorite thing about being a flight attendant, but you get used to it. I'm pretty sure I've mastered reserve life right about now. So everything's a learning experience, so it's not bad. The next question is a beauty tip, or my most used beauty tip or makeup tip for flying and traveling. One of the biggest things I would say is to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. Like, in the air, being so many thousand feet in the air, it does get very dry. Like, you get dry. Like, dry. Your skin will dry out. You know, so always moisturize and drink water to stay hydrated. Always carry your own water with you. Always. And just stay hydrated, to be honest with you. And also, going along the beauty side, one of the things that I love is a great setting spray. Not only for working, but just for traveling in general. A little setting spray and a little refreshing mist, you know, just to spruce up your face. You know, after working long flights, or, you know, if you're traveling as you land, you know, it helps to keep you hydrated as well. So hydration, moisture, staying moisturized, staying hydrated, and setting sprays / refreshing mist. Those are my top beauty tips, beauty hacks for traveling and also being a flight attendant. So, tips or advice for anyone who's looking to become a flight attendant, any aspiring flight attendants. Okay, so my biggest tips for you would be you have to really want it, to be honest with you, because the flight attendant life is not for everyone. And I know a lot of people who thought it was for them, thought they would love it, but they were really just coming in for the travel benefits. And if that's what you're in it for, then honestly, it may not be the right lifestyle for you. Like, you have to really love to travel. You have to really understand the airline industry and understand how airlines work. And you just really have to love people, because customer service is literally what you're doing. That's what we do. We provide safety and customer service in the air. So if you don't think that's for you, then honestly, that's not going to be, the lifestyle may not be for you. Okay, y'all, so that's all I have for you today. If you have any other questions that you'd like to get answered, if there's anything you're curious about the flight attendant lifestyle, please let me know. Comment below. Do not forget to like, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I'll have more things coming to you, more videos like this about the flight attendant life, and more travel vlogs coming to you as soon as possible. So as always, love, peace, and safe travels. Mwah.